when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow.
Hey, how's it going? I am so frustrated right now. I just got back from work and I just want to care for the patients. And my boss keeps saying I need to get all these tasks done in a certain number of time. I'm just really stressed out. Given so many baths and given so many showers. And I just feel like it's all about the numbers and not about caring for the patients. And I'm just so frustrated. I just want to treat them like people. And I'm not allowed to do it. And it's not what I signed up for. I care. That's why I'm in this healthcare worker industry. This friend of mine who turned out to help a lot of people started out the way you did. He saw things differently than the establishment. Do you want to go talk to him? Come on, let's go. Yeah. I would love to hear about that. Thank you. Let's go.
You can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. And everything's bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low.
I realized I wasn't being normal, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
as a young doctor.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought I was nuts. It was my beliefs and feelings. And I can remember getting involved with Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's books on death and dying, and you know, because those were helpful to me, things that you're not trained to do as a doctor. You know, you treat a disease. You're not helping people when they're dying or, you know, in pain, and you give them a pill. You don't sit and talk. And so I went out looking for help. And also, I may add, I grew up, I think what always redirected me were my parents, because they were wonderful therapists. I got a big problem. They never said, oh, you poor kid. You know, I mean, I can remember over and over again coming home and saying, I had a horrible day at school. God is redirecting you. Something good will come of this. And I'd say, Ma, did you hear what I said? I'm in the kitchen, in the house, you know? And I realized, oh, it's hopeless talking to her. But, you see, the thing was, you might go back to school the next day and find out something good happened because of what happened the day before. So I began to realize, maybe they know something. And, you know, it opened my mind. And I didn't realize I had parents that weren't like others. So if good things happen, yes, God is directing you. If not, God is redirecting you. And we were here to help people. Because that was the other thing. You know, I remember saying to my father one day, I don't know what to do. What should I be when I grow up? He said, open the door. You'll see people. Help them. It was like, huh? You know what I mean? It would never be a doctor, be a plumber, be a, you know, a mechanic. I can't even remember why I decided to become a doctor. To me, it was a fascinating field where we didn't have answers to everything, and you'll learn something. You know, it's fun to do. Yeah, as well as a way to help people. And that surprised the whole family too. Because as I've told you, my father said, you want a job? I'll get you a job at Paramount Theaters. You know, he was an executive.
You could have had a good job at ABC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've told you, I used to go free when I went to college, go to the movies free. Because my father called up and said, my son is going to come to the theater, let him in.
That's awesome.
So they knew me. And when I showed up, I was allowed in free. And a lot of times I brought friends along with me, which weren't supposed to happen, but they would sneak in with me. And I must say, I didn't necessarily agree with my parents, but it's when I look back, I realize how they and my grandparents too were so wise, but they didn't stop me from doing what I felt I needed to do.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to help people. See, that's the other thing. I didn't say I want to treat diseases and cure things. I want to help people.
Wow.
And I think, again, that's because I was an artist. I saw people. And I was never normal. And also, I was married, you know, and going to medical school. So I wasn't a normal medical student. I went to 1 year of medical school, engaged, and then got married. And, you know, wasn't at dormitories and things like that. I was on the subway studying. And that was funny, too, because people would yell at me, "You're a young man and you're sitting down." I said, "I'm trying to study for medical school." I realized you got to take some gross-looking books, and then they'd walk away, and that worked. As soon as they saw, you know, anatomy and organ parts, they thought, maybe he's a murderer, I don't know. So they'd leave me alone.
That's pretty funny.
I don't think I ever felt like I'm a failure if I can't cure something, but you didn't just treat a disease, you had to treat a person. That's when I learned what the person is going through is not a diagnosis, they're going through an experience. That really fascinated me because some people with a life-threatening illness might say, "Oh, it's been a wake-up call." You know, they're not upset. I quit my job, I started doing what I wanted to do, I moved, and then I didn't die when I was supposed to. And that's when I realized you can't separate people from their life. But that's not what doctors did. Doctors connected people to their disease. Well, that's what they were taught. Interview with the controversial Dr. Bernie Siegel. I was shocked when I saw that on the cover because people were handing me the magazine thinking it was a compliment that they interviewed me. And I thought, what the hell are you talking about? But again, you know, it helped me be who I am. To learn to put up with things and do things. And my parents also and grandparents are in the same house together. If something went wrong at school, God is redirecting you. Something good will come of this. So it's like there's no point in talking to them. They don't tell me, you know, what to do or stop doing this or don't take that course anymore. No matter what I said, I literally used to sit in my bedroom, shut the door and say, "God, my parents and grandparents are no help." And I shut the door because I don't want them to say, "Who are you talking to?" "Oh, I'm talking to God." "What? What is wrong with you?" And I would talk to God. So difficulties with God's redirections, and if something good happened, you know, how could you complain about that? But
That's so funny.
yeah, if something wonderful happened, again, that was a gift.
Right.
You know, God is there. And so I always had this companion, God, whether it was good or bad or which way to go, God was there to direct you.
Hi, I'm T. Waldron, and welcome to our second series of Books and Brews. Cheers to you. In this series, we just saw part of an interview with Dr. Bernie Siegel. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and he was a pediatric surgeon at Yale for many years. And he tied together science and art and spirituality in such a way that changed how a lot of people practice medicine and how a lot of people seek out medical attention. In that interview, we heard about how his dad was vice president at ABC, American Broadcasting Company, and he could have had an easy, cushy job. Instead, he turned it down to become a doctor. And even as a young doctor, he realized he was not normal. And that gives me so much hope because I never felt normal. I never felt like I fit in. Until we embrace who we really are, get to know ourselves and love ourselves, then we don't really feel at ease. We don't feel at peace. And grandparents who lived in the house with him to teach him how to think for himself. So he would ask them, he would say, "Well, what should I do?" And they would say, when something terrible happened, they would say, "Well, God is redirecting you. Something good will come of this." And instead of giving him answers, they taught him how to think and how to pray. And he actually was so frustrated, he ended up praying to God out loud, speaking the words out loud, and then answers come. And we're going to hear the rest of his story. I have a series of interviews with him that I think you'll love. He's a fun cat. He's fun to talk to. And he's just turned 93. So he's got a lot of wisdom, and he went through a lot to practice medicine the way he wanted to. He saw the patient, not the disease. He saw their experience, not their diagnosis. Also, you're going to find out that he got the worst grades in his college experience in creative writing. He would have had high honors if he didn't get C's in English and creative writing. And then he became a best-selling author. So I think this story is fun on a lot of levels. And I think you're going to really enjoy listening to his story because a lot of people don't know who he is because he was popular in the 80s. And so thanks for joining me. And tune in for the next episode because in the next episode, we're going to see how he started off as an artist and how that morphed into becoming a doctor. And then how he ended up going to a conference and something very unexpected happens. So from myself to yourself, thank you for joining me on this journey.